Mustangs, and welcome back to Mustang Report.
I'm Madison.
And I'm Chase, and here is this week's news.
Let's start off with sports.
Mustangs, my name is Sierra Thomas, and last week we beat Coppers Cove 35-7. Come out and so your Lady Mustangs at Rowlett for volleyball. Thursday, varsity golf has their tournament. Next Friday is our first district game versus Lakeview at HBJ, and is our pink out game. Make sure you come out, wear pink, show some support for all your Mustangs this week. And back to you, Chase.
Madison, is water wet?
Oh my gosh, not this again.
Is water wet?
Is water wet?
No. Water is the action of a, wet is the action of a liquid, like being on something. So water's not wet. Water is a liquid, so it's not wet.
Let me tell you something. If water touches ice, then the ice is wet. If water touches water, then the water is wet. So therefore, water is wet. Don't try to come at me and tell me that water is not wet.
Water is not wet. You put something on water, that thing becomes wet. You put water on water, it's just more water. Do the math.
Is water wet?
I mean, if you take H2O and divide it by 3, it's H2O, Say a fish is in the water and it comes out of the water. It's wet when it comes out, but when it's in it, it's not wet. But when you jump in the water, you're wet. You know what I mean?
Is water wet?
No, but I am.
Is water wet?
Duh, water wet. If you get in it every day and you come out the pool wet, you're wet. So water definitely is defined wet.
You know, I think you guys are asking the wrong question. I don't think it's whether water is wet, but more, is anything dry? If you think about it, there's moisture in the air, right? And we're made of water ourselves, so is anything really dry?
Do the math.
Crossing traffic can be dangerous.
Here's some ways to stay safe.
Stay alert, don't get hurt. What can you do to make it across the street safely? Your eyes and ears are your best safety tools, but they won't work to your advantage if you don't use them. Take out your earbuds and look around. You have to be alert. After you press the button, wait for the cars to fully stop before you cross. Always make eye contact so that you know the driver sees you. Drivers get distracted too, so be sure that you have their full attention. Always use the flashing lights when available, but know that the lights and the crosswalk are not a protective shield. Remain alert as you cross to the other side. If you are lucky enough to have a crossing guard at your school, be kind and respectful, and say thank you. That person is there for your safety. Always wait for the crossing guard to signal that it's clear to cross. The crossing guard will help to make sure that the traffic is stopped before you have to get in the street. Once you step into the street, stay in the crosswalk. Don't veer into another direction. This is jaywalking, and you don't want to get a ticket for that. It's also important to cross in a group versus trickling in ones or twos. When that happens, cars can't move and they take risks, which could create a safety hazard for you or others. Take out your earbuds and put your phone away. Always look and listen before crossing the street. When crossing on your own, be sure to only cross when the light allows. Don't be in a hurry. Be sure that drivers can see you and that they stop before you get into the street. Try to avoid dark clothing if you're crossing when it's dark outside. Removing hats and hoods are good ways to ensure that drivers can see you. Don't be a statistic. Texas has between 400 and 500 pedestrian fatalities per year.
Ow, I'm sensitive.
Hey man, what you doing? Hey man, what you doing?
Huh, what you doing? Hey man, your face. I like it. Hey man, your mom. She a nice lady. Want to hear a secret?
No.
I got a 3.5 GPA. Honors.
Yo, come on now. Watch where you're going. Really? Let's go. Come on. Hello? Yes. Yes, I'll walk fluffy. Yes, I'll put on the ointment. Yes, I took out the trash. Love you, Mom.
Yeah, bro. I still know.
Hey! What are you doing?
Hey, bro. Are you serious? Are you vandalizing? Wait. What's going on? Have a wonderful day. Hey guys, how you doing? What you thinking about?
Man, we think about life, think about college, think about our future. I want to be a lifeguard. I want to be a YouTuber. Trying to help kids in Africa. I'm overweight. About you, fool? Yeah.
I'm from Italy. Mamma mia.
Stop for breakfast, fool.
Pasta, spaghetti, pizza, macaroni.
Mamma mia.
This week's featured club is Science Club. What's up, Queen?
What's up, Liz?
What is Science Club?
Science Club is something that we do outside of the classroom environment for science experiments like dry ice cream, rock candy, smoke diffusers.
So y'all basically act like mad scientists, right?
Yes.
And when do y'all meet?
We meet every Wednesday in room 119 from 2:45 to 3:45.
Depression is a big thing that teenagers struggle with nowadays and is amongst teenagers around this world.
Let's end it on a serious note.
Hey Saxy, we're here with the psychology teacher, Miss Ritchie. We're going to be asking her a few questions about depression. What are some signs that we can find in other people for depression?
Some signs to look for in depression is not eating or eating too much, a change in your appetite. It could be withdrawing from friends and family, withdrawing from things that you're interested in, finding yourself sleeping too much, not enough, just a general change in pattern and behavior of what you're normally used to a normal day life. If you start seeing friends or family members or yourself start withdrawing, talking different, acting different, eating different, the sleeping thing. Some people always think it has to be sleeping too much, but it could also be not sleeping and doing more of the staying awake type insomnia things. And then again, some people think that you just don't eat when you're depressed, but some people do the opposite. So just a change in routine and a change in behavior.
And the last question we have for you, how can people find help for depression?
If you feel that you have depression or if someone that you know has depression, if it's in a school, you can go talk to a school counselor. They're there to help you, or trust a teacher who could go to the counselor for you to help you. You can always also turn someone in if you think that they're depressed. A lot of times people don't know where to turn to and are scared to ask for help. So sometimes you have to be the speaker for them and turn them in per se for you so that they can get the help that they need. Or you can go to any therapist, family counselor, psychiatrist, psychologist, anyone with a psychology background.
All right, so thank you.
All right, hello Mustangs, this is Garrett Payne and I'm with
Terry Holloman.
And we're going to answer some questions. So the first question is, what are some ways we can help people that are facing depression?
Well, depression is actually a medical illness. It's not that different from asthma or any kind of other illness that you might have, diabetes or anything like that. So the most important thing is that they get a diagnosis from a medical doctor, because it is a treatable condition. And they can get help through a doctor, through medication, through therapy, perhaps family therapy. There's a lot of different ways. So if you suspect that one of your friends is suffering from depression, you need to help them to let an adult know, let a counselor know, let a teacher know, let their parents know that they can get treatment.
All right, thank you. And then there's also one more. How are some ways we can come in contact with you?
I'm here every day of the week, usually, and you can come to the counseling office here at Saxy and ask to see me, and or you can email me through your email account.
All right, thank you.
That's all for this week, Saxy. See y'all next Friday.